The default preference is to have a monitor in a 16 by 9 format at 1280 by 720. If you need to change that, you can go into the monitor preferences. For now, what we're going to do is use our preferences and go to Firefox at the top. Inside of Firefox, let's go ahead and verify that Alfresco is currently running on this machine. We can do this by going to localhost port 8080 with a context of Alfresco. While this is loading, it may take some time based on the VM settings that you had. By default, we had set this to 1024 for a memory setting. Also, depending on how fast your disk speed is and other parameters on your local machine, these changes may differ. Now that Alfresco is currently running, let's go ahead and open up another tab and let's verify that Alfresco Share is currently running. Again, we go to localhost port 8080 with a context of Share. Here we will log in with the username of admin, and the password is admin as well. Click on the login button underneath the settings. Inside the Alfresco Share site, what we're going to need to do is create a new site. Inside the site, give it a name. Here we'll do Alfresco WCM Quick Start as our name, and our URL name will be WCMQS. Go ahead and click OK at the bottom. Inside this new site, what we need to do is customize the dashboard to allow for the import of the predefined data for the WCM Quick Start. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the Add Dashlets button. Drag the WCM Quick Start into column 1 and then click the OK button. Scroll back down to the bottom of the page, and on the left hand side you will see an Import Website Data link. Click on that link. Now that the website data import was successful, let's scroll back up to the top and let's click on the document library. First thing we will want to do is there is a link called Show Folders. Click on the Show Folders so we can see the hierarchy for the Alfresco Quick Start. Inside the Alfresco Quick Start, there's an editorial section with a folder called Root. Inside of here, you'll see a number of different folders and content that makes up the WCM Quick Start. Now, let's go ahead and add a new tab and let's look at the in-context editing features. Let's go to localhost port 8080 with a context of WCMQS. This now loads this context that will query dynamically using CMIS, the Alfresco repository. Inside of the tabs at the top, let's click on News, Global Economy. Inside the Global Economy section, click on the one with the little piggy bank of the Europe debt concern eased but bank fears remain. Inside of here, you'll now see a pencil button that allows us to be able to edit this content. First, we will need to log in to validate that we have the ability to actually edit this piece of content. We now have a default form that can be pre-configured based on the type of metadata and the content that you actually want to edit. At the top, you'll see the toolbar that allows us to be able to edit new content. If we go back to home, here you will see some additional information that we will talk about in a later getting started.